Tamil Nadu government now takes note of India Today's report. The Tamil Nadu administration stalls the Waqf ownership claims. Trichy collector says to India Today the issue will be resolved. The Trichy collector says Waqf has to prove its ownership of this land.
Whenever a person has to sell a document, they have to go to the register office, and similarly some of them have gone to the registration department, and since the sub-registers of that particular village has received a communication from the Wakf board saying that these are all the properties listed out in their document details. So in some of the columns the village name and the extent is only mentioned. There is no mention about the survey numbers. So in that they could not take the encumbrance certificate of that particular village since the survey numbers are not mentioned. In that cases they have written back the communication to the Wakf board asking for clarification, and today we have received a clarification from the Wakf board withholding the previous letter, and for those properties where the survey numbers are not mentioned.
Let me quickly cut across to Akshay now, joining us live for more. Akshay, a quick word from you. It appears that the district collector or the Tamil Nadu government itself has taken note of India Today's report, and they've said that the Wakf board will have to prove their ownership. It's not so easy for them to make such claims. The collector tells India Today the issue will be resolved, assuring those villagers. Tell us more.
Well, Nabila, what we are seeing in the state of Tamil Nadu currently is that the Wakf board has been trying to retrieve all its land. So what they've got in 1954 as inam or gift or donation from people is what they're now trying to reclaim. And following that, this year the Wakf board had sent letters to the sub-registrar's offices in different locations across Tamil Nadu, giving details about the land or properties that the Wakf has under its control, and in that several villages have also been named, and one such is Tiruchanthurai in Trichy, which India Today has now gone and done their ground report from. And in that village, close to 389 acres of land is what belongs to the Wakf, is what the Wakf claims. And right now the Wakf has also decided that they will be providing each and every survey number and the drawing that the Wakf has under its control in Tiruchanthurai and the neighbouring villages which are under controversy now. And this comes after the Trichy collector and officials have raised this issue that an entire village coming under the control of one single body is something that has caused this kind of a crisis. And also Wakf meanwhile was requested for considerable amount of time to give the details of the survey numbers and also the drawings of the property lands which are there in its archives. They've stated that because it's a vast land, it will take some time, but meanwhile they have also brought under hold the initial letter which was sent to the sub-registrar which had stopped any kind of transaction of the land. So right now the Wakf has said that they do not have any problem with people going ahead with the transactions, but they've also gone on to say that they're not letting go of the claim, but only interimly providing that opportunity for people to go ahead with transactions, because it will take a certain amount of time for Wakf to go and check into their archives and provide those particular survey numbers. Nabila, seems like a little bit of a tough time for the people of Tiruchanthurai and the other 17 villagers. But what we can see here is that an initial action plan has been dogged out by the Tamil Nadu government.
You know, we heard the district collector speaking, but has any word come from the DMK government in Tamil Nadu? Have they even addressed this issue of the Wakf board making such tall claims? And is there any merit to the Wakf board's claims? Where is this, confidence coming from? What do the papers really say?
Well, Nabila, in the records of the government also, we can see that in multiple survey numbers in multiple villages, in the documents that India Today has access to, it can see that it was written as whole inam land, which means land which is being gifted or given as, donation to certain bodies. And this, in 1954, are surveyed lands by government officials which have been given to Wakf, is what the Wakf claims, and they have multiple lands across Tamil Nadu which are being donated to them by well-wishers and philanthropists, and that properties are now being reclaimed by WAQF. And for several years now we're being told by WAQF also that many people have tried encroaching into the property, and several cases have been ongoing in the courts of the country wherever encroachment activities were done. And the same way WAQF has control of several lands
Right.
which they give out